If I remember that night, right? It was very difficult night. I remember I cried the whole night. Then I thought, right, why this guy is asking this question?
The guy was like, I am from Kid, man. You know, like,
Yeah.
like they will not talk to you. They will not talk to you in Odia language. They will, ଆପଣ ମାନେ ବଞ୍ଚୁଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଡେଲି ଲାଇଫରେ ଯୋଉଟା କି ମାନେ ଆଜିକା ଡେଟ୍ରେ ଯୋଉମାନେ ଜେନ୍ଜି ଯୋଉମାନେ ଏବେ କଲେଜରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନଙ୍କ ସ୍ୱପ୍ନ.
I don't take time, right? If something is good, I always go for it. I don't regret even if I made mistake, but that's fine. If you're working, but if you're not able to communicate better, if you're not able to sell yourself, then you cannot move in the ladder. Say Patel community ho, ki Gujarat community ho, ki Punjabi community ho, ki Tamil or Telugu communities, they're quite strong, and when they grow together. Dr. Cure kariki gote startup अछि बर्तन ओडिशा रे भुवनेश्वर आमे ताको लॉन्च करिछु 3P. It's called preventive, proactive and personalized care. Simple swab of yours and we'll send it to our lab and we'll be able to predict 200 plus diseases. मते जदि गोटे छोटो किछि ब्लड टेस्ट न करी किछि न करी मो लाइफ रे कोन हबो मुझे जदि जानि परछि ताठो बड़ जिंस कोन अछि.
Then why you started this in Netherlands instead of India? Odia community Netherlands, how strong they are. When you are joining a community, there are two things, right? Someone giving value, someone getting value. So are you giving and getting, or it's only you are giving the value? What is your purpose of life?
So I want to create that kind of the ecosystem जोठी कि मु लोकन आहुरी माने तांको घरे तांको मुहरे खुशी दे परिबी.
So if someone is choosing specifically targeting Europe, so what are the countries they need to look for to get a job?
आज के डेट रे हमरो से सब रियलिटी शो होची राइट कि से डांस इंडिया डांस हला कि इंडियन आइडल हला कि और फॉर एग्जांपल शार्क टैंक राइट. So now I think we should have a platform where these political parties they can get candidates right from such kind of reality shows, not random candidates. I am saying they should invite some good candidates. They come and debate and raise the issues, then understand what kind of implementation they want to do for countries, share the ideas. It's kind of political startup.
नमस्कार, जय जगन्नाथ. सो आज मो सहित अच्छा सुशांत भाई. आज मुझे डेनहाग नेदरलैंड रे. तो मो भाई के विषय बहुत किसी कहबी कारण आम डायरेक्ट बर्तमान भाई टॉपिक को भी आसवा. भाई 7.5 वर्ष हम नेदरलैंड रोचंती किंतु पूर्व बहुत सारा भी बैक स्टोरी अच्छी. भाई आम उत्कल एलिट क्लब तरफ आपको स्वागत.
थैंक यू फॉर होस्टिंग मी.
आज मत बहुत खुशी लगुच कि जस्ट आम जमी उत्कल दिवस इवेंट अटेंड करके आसिले.
आज्ञा. तो
आपण बर्तमान पॉडकास्ट स्टार्ट करने पर गोटे कॉन्टेक्ट देवाई चाहूँगी. इट्स ए काइंड ऑफ कैजुअल कन्वर्सेशन जो थे कि आपन स्टोरी आज ओडिया केमती आपन विदेश रे आपन एते बड़ सक्सेसफुल लाइफ आपन माने बंचुचंती आपन डेली लाइफ रे जोटा कि माने आजिका डेट रे जो माने जेनजी जो माने बे कॉलेज रे अछन से मानको स्वप्न तो से विषय चर्चा करी आपन चाइल्डहुड नै कि ना आज पर्यंत. तो आपनको चाइल्डहुड विषय कहूँ आप कौटू जन्म आपनकर फैमिली से हम स्टार्ट करिबा.
ठीक अछि. माने इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी. मोर जन्म होची माने जाजपुर जिला पाखरे माने जाजपुर जिला रत्नगिरी गाना होची निरापदा. सो चाइल्डहुड आई वाज वेरी नॉटी राइट. सो मु माने बदे मन पड़छ बदे क्लास 1 रे माने थरे फेल कर जाइतली. हां
ओके ओके.
सो तापरे बापा बहुत रागी जंती. हां सो तापरे से मते कोन कले ना नै कि मो मामू घर छाड़ देले.
ओके.
हला तो तापरे मो मामू घर माने रिस्टार्ट कली पूरा. तो सेउठु तापरे धीरे धीरे पढ़ा स्टार्ट कली. मे बी क्लास 3rd 4th रु तापरे टिके ज्ञान आसला कि हां भाई
माने आपण
पढ़िया टिके
आपण माने ओडिया मीडियम थिले ना इंग्लिश.
हां ओडिया मीडियम पूरा ओडिया मीडियम खांटी ओडिया माने
ओके माने खांटी जाजपुरिया
माने हां माने जाजपुरी थिली बट मो मामू घर होची केंद्रापड़ा साइड से पड़ इंदुपुर. सो देन आई शिफ्टेड टू इंदुपुर साइड बट पूरा गाँव थिला पूरा ओडिया मीडियम. तो क्लास 3 रु तापर टिके जना पड़े कौन पढ़ापढ़ी दरकार टिके. तो तापरे सो आई थिंक बाय 5th standard then I used to come like maybe number 5 in the class then.
ओके.
हैला. तो तापरे धीरे धीरे माने जतले क्लास 6 गली तो then I number 2. So then from class 8 onwards then I number 1.
ओके. तो 10th आपनकर को स्कूल थिला?
मोर गोटे अच्छे राधा गोविंद विद्यापीठ सेटा होची इंदुपुर पाखरे.
तो माने एबे स्कूल एग्जिस्ट करूची?
हां स्कूल एग्जिस्ट करूची एंड आई वाज वन ऑफ द मे बी first engineers from my village and also from that school.
Okay.
Jeki, well established in life and also, as a
Okay, तो 10th ପରେ ଆପଣ 12th ରେ ଆପଣ କୋଉ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରିମ୍ ଚୁଜ୍ କରିଥିଲେ?
ମୁଁ ସାଇନ୍ସ କରିଥିଲି, so interesting story, right? So 10th ପରେ, so then I shifted to Bhubaneswar. ମୋ ମାମୁଁ ରହୁଥିଲେ ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱରରେ, so BJB କଲେଜରେ luckily I got admission into BJB college.
ତା ମାନେ ଆପଣ 10th ରେ almost 90%, 89,
ସେ ପାଖାପାଖି 85 ପାଖାପାଖି ଥିଲା, କାରଣ ସେତେବେଳେ ତ 90% very
ମାନେ
ବହୁତ କମ୍ ରଖୁଥିଲେ।
ମାନେ ହେଟା ବହୁତ ମାନେ କମ୍ପିଟିଟିଭ ଥିଲା।
So I'm talking about back in like 93.
Okay.
So ସେଇ ସମୟରେ, so but yeah, then that is an interesting story. And then ତମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ମିଡ଼ିୟମରୁ ସିଫ୍ଟ କରୁଛ ଇଂଲିଶ stream and that's in BJB college, right? You feel inferior, right? ଭାଇ ସମସ୍ତେ ଆସିକି ଇଂଲିଶ କହୁଛନ୍ତି, ମାନେ so they're asking questions. We were the back benchers ହେଲା, ମାନେ BJB college I'm kind of, even though ମୁଁ କ୍ଲାସରେ ଟପର ହଉଥିଲି, but when it comes to BJB college then we kind of a back bencher, କ'ଣ ଚାଲିଛି କ'ଣ ନାହିଁ। so 6 months ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ତ ପୁରା ଆମର ସବୁ ବାଉନ୍ସ କରୁଥିଲା, ଭାଇ କ'ଣ ଫିଜିକ୍ସରେ କ'ଣ ପଢ଼ଉଥିଲେ, କେମିଷ୍ଟ୍ରିରେ କ'ଣ ପଢ଼ଉଥିଲେ, ମ୍ୟାଥ୍ସରେ କ'ଣ ପଢ଼ଉଥିଲେ, କ'ଣ ଚାଲିଛି କ'ଣ। so but then I went for a few tuitions and all that. Then slowly and steadily then I grabbed the things. ତାପରେ ମାନେ just after 12th I also got immediate admission in CET engineering college. So I was very lucky that I didn't prepare anything.
College engineering technology.
Yes, ଆମର जो ଓଡ଼ିଶା ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ କଲେଜ ଯେଉଁ ଅଛି ଆଗରୁ ଯେଉଁଟା OUT ଭିତରେ ଥିଲା, so but that's become now OUTR.
ସେ ଟାଇମ୍ ଆପଣ କୋଉ ବ୍ରାଞ୍ଚ ନେଇଥିଲେ?
I was in electrical engineering.
Electrical engineering.
So then life is like, right? So it's kind of a fast track. So just 12th complete कली संगे संगे engineering ହେଇଗଲା। तो when I was in 3rd year, right?
तो engineering ଆପଣ କ'ଣ ପାଇଁ ଚୁଜ୍ କଲେ? Why? ମାନେ ସେ ଟାଇମ୍ engineering ର ମାନେ ୱେବ୍ ଚାଲିଥିଲା ବି ସେ ଟାଇମ୍?
Yes, that was, so that was kind of every Indian parents, right? So they have a dream, either you become a doctor or you become an engineer, right?
Okay.
So obviously I appeared both, right? तो ମାନେ ଦୁଇଟା ଯାକ ଦେଇଥିଲି, ମେଡ଼ିକାଲ ଦେଇଥିଲି ବି ପ୍ଲସ୍ ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟରିଂ ଏଣ୍ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସ ଏକ୍ଜାମ୍ ଦେଇଥିଲି।
ଏଟା 95 96 କଥା
ମୁଁ 95 କଥା କହୁଛି, right? So but ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟରିଂ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ହେଇଗଲା। So I said, okay, then ହେଇଗଲା ତ ହେଇଗଲା, ଆଉ କ'ଣ ପାଇଁ, ମାନେ I don't need to go back again and study medicine, study for another 10 years and all that.
ମାନେ ଆପଣ ତ ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟରିଂ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରୁଥିଲେ, ମାନେ ସେତେବେଳେ ମୁଁ ଜନ୍ମ ହେଇଥିଲି, କାରଣ 94 ହେଲା ମୋର।
Okay. Yeah, so you can then understand, right? I'm saying at that point of time, so it was crazy, but but yeah, there is a wave, right? I'm saying because yeah, for 2-3 years I didn't know what to do, right? But
ସେ ଟାଇମ୍ ରେ ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟରିଂ BPUT ଅଣ୍ଡର ରେ ଥିଲା ସେ ଟାଇମ୍ ରେ?
it was under OUT. CET ଥିଲା, College of Engineering.
4 years program.
4 years program. It's a BTech program, and that was the only college which provides BTech degree. Okay. Other colleges provide BE in Odisha.
Okay. That time ମାନେ bachelor of technology, ମାନେ ଏଟା ହାଇପ୍ ଟା ବହୁତ ଥିବ, ମାନେ ସିଟ୍ ରେ ପଢିବା ମାନେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଘରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସାଇ ଓଡ଼ିଶା।
Exactly, absolutely.
Okay, then the engineering ରେ କିଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କର ମାନେ interesting story ଅଛି engineering ରେ?
हाँ, engineering ମାନେ ବହୁତ interesting story. Obviously we went through all these raggings and all that, okay, right? Okay. Even though I was a day scholar, right? But फिर भी we got nabbed by बहुत चलଥିଲା। Means I remember right, ମୋର ଗୋଟେ ମାନେ କଲେଜ ସିନିୟର୍ସ ଥିଲେ, ମାନେ obviously I had a good rapport with them today, but 4 ଜଣ ମାନେ ସିନିୟର୍ସ ମୋତେ ଧରିନେଲେ ହେଲା, ଭାଇ କ'ଣ ଡେ ସ୍କଲାର, ଭାଇ ଚାଲ ଆମ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ଚାଲ। So I remember they took me to the hostel 5, that very famous. So ତାପରେ ସେ ମୋତେ ଗୋଟେ କହିଲେ, ଗୋଟେ ଫ୍ୟାନ୍ ଚାଲିଛି ତାକୁ ଶୋଧ। ମାନେ I didn't aware of all that languages, but you have to otherwise ଏପଟେ ମାଡ଼ ପଡ଼ିବ, ନହେଲେ ସେପଟେ ଇଏ କରିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ। So those kind of very funny incidents. ତାପରେ it was full masti,
ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟରିଂ ଟାଇମ୍ ରେ କିଛି ମାନେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଆଫେୟାର୍ସ, ଲଭ୍, ପ୍ରେମ କିଛି ସେ ଟାଇମ୍ ରେ କିଛି, କାରଣ ଏଇ ଟାଇମ୍ ରେ ପିଲା ଟିକେ ଟିନେଜ୍ ରେ, ଏଟା ମୁଁ କାହିଁକି କହୁଛି, କାହିଁକି absolutely I think ଏବେକା ଜେନେରେସନ୍ ଇଟ୍ସ ଭେରି କୁଲ୍, right? ମୁଁ ଜାଣିବାକୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଜେନେରେସନ୍ ଏଟା କୁଲ୍ ଥିଲା ନା ନଥିଲା? No, it was not so cool, right? I mean, so obviously at that point of time, yes, ମାନେ ଯୋଉ ଲାଇନ୍ ମ୍ୟାରେଜ୍ କରିବା ସେଗୁଡ଼ା ତ କରୁଥିଲୁ obviously, କାରଣ ମୋ ଘରଟା ରମାଦେବୀ ପାଖରେ ଥିଲା, ରମାଦେବୀ କଲେଜ ପାଖରେ ଥିଲା। So obviously, right, we had good time pass, but yeah, I would say ମାନେ ଟାଇମ୍ ରେ ବି ମାନେ ଯେମିତି ମାନେ ଫ୍ରେଶର ମାନଙ୍କର, ସିନିୟର ମାନଙ୍କର ଅଧିକାର ଥାଏ, ମାନେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣ 4th year ଥିବେ, ଯଦି 1st year କୁ ଝିଅ ଆସୁଛି ତା ସହିତ ଆମେ ଟିକେ ର୍ୟାମ୍ପ ଅପ୍ କରିବା କି ଏ ଟାଇପ୍ର ଯେଉଁ ଆକ୍ଟିଭିଟିସ୍ ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟରିଂ କଲେଜରେ ହୁଏ, ମାନେ ଆମ ଟାଇମ୍ରେ ହଉଥିଲା, ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଟାଇମ୍ରେ ସେମିତି ବି ଥିଲା?
ହଁ, ସବୁ କିଛି ଥିଲା। There are many incidents which I could tell here, but I know on the last day of our college what happened, it was really bizarre situations, right? Yeah. So there are incidents,
Okay, then engineering ପରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର କ'ଣ next?
No, so engineering ପଢିଲା ବେଳକୁ ତ obviously ସେତେବେଳେ ମାନେ already ଗୋଟେ computer engineering ର ଗୋଟେ or computer science ର ଗୋଟେ trend ଆସିଯାଇଥିଲା, right? Because I'm talking about 99, so there are college like companies like TCS, Infosys, Cognizant was very new at that point of time, right? So ମୁଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ third year ରେ ଥିଲି, so I remember an instance like very interesting and very encouraging and inspiring also for many young generations, right? When you look at the failure, right? How you should adapt to it, right?
Yes.
So if I remember, obviously seat ଥିଲା ବେଳେ ମୁଁ third year ରେ ସୋଟୁ TCS ଆସିଲା, the first campus interview, right? So obviously like a lot of us appeared. I was being gone through the written exams, and then I went to Viva and all that. But whatever you can say, luckily ho ki unluckily ho, so I didn't crack the Viva. Okay? So at that point of time, TCS hired around 44 students.
From your university?
From my university. 44. Okay, that's a good number.
Like TCS ର କ'ଣ କିଛି branch ଦେଖେନି ଆପଣ electrical ଥିଲେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ମାନେ randomly?
No. So it's not random, right? It's basically they ask questions. So they look at your analytical ability.
Okay.
They look at your communication skill, right? And they look at what the potential you may have, right?
Okay, like they will not only choose which background you are from.
No.
Yeah.
So they were not allowing maybe architecture, but all the other departments or branches they were taking. So there was no restrictions. No, you need to be only computer science or something, right? So I remember, right, 44 students select hegale, maybe, but I couldn't go through, right?
Okay.
And it was a major setback because seteବେଳେ familiarity issue thila and all that. I was looking for that job desperately. Yaar hey jau kuch. But again, then destiny has a different thing, right? And if I remember that night, right, it was very difficult night, and people say that male like mard ho to dard nahi hota hai, but it's not like that, right? I remember I cried the whole night. Yeah, I said, hey, what the heck man happened, right? Why I couldn't do it? We had 44 students they went through, but I couldn't do it. There is something maybe lacking in me. What is that, right? So that's the same thing. So then I discussed and that with my another friend. I remember Debashish Samantra. He's in now Delhi. He's a very good friend of mine. I always inspire. I get that inspiration from him. So he told me one thing, that hey, maybe destiny has a different purpose. Why you didn't get this particular job, because maybe there is something bigger waiting for you.
Yeah.
Okay. And I say, yeah. At that point of time, right, I said, okay, bhasan den yaar. I know, jara hai nahi, right? तो bhasan dele कौन होगा? हाँ, तो sympathy देने दरकार नहीं, right? But I think after 15 days or whatever, 30 days, I forgot exactly, maybe 15 or 1 month, right? तो ସେତେବେଳେ Cognizant ଆସିଲା. Cognizant Technology Solution or CTS. Campus ଆସିଲା. And a very funny incident. And again, same Debashish, right? So we went through the written exam and we went to then Viva, right? And that day, maybe, in college, engineering college, who owns a tie? I didn't have tie, right? So, but both Debashish and we were in the same interview group.
Okay.
The same panelists, they were interviewing me.
Okay.
So Debashish went maybe 2, 3 or 4, 5 students before me. Okay, he went for that interview and then he came back, right?
Okay.
And then he gave me that tie because I just borrowed his tie, from the Debashish. So I wore that tie and then tapre interview goli. So the funny thing is that obviously they asked me few interview questions like see fir pachal to kahi dili.
Okay.
But then there was a very blunt question. Okay. And I remember that, is it your tie? Okay. So when you think about that question, right? Either you say maybe yes, it's mine, or micha koi paribo. But then I thought, right? Why this guy is asking this question? There must be something, right? But I don't want to lie, right? I said no, it's not my tie. I just borrowed from my friend. And that particular word, right? He said, no, thanks for the truthfulness, right? Because I saw that try, right? Toro sango pindiki asthila. Right? So that means they're so observant, right? So ete close observation karuthile. And that kind of characteristic you need in any company. And unfortunately, Debashish couldn't qualify.
Okay.
And I qualified and I got the job.
Okay.
So, I was telling you, he was inspiring me that, hey, something is very big. But also I was wearing his tie and I got the job, but he couldn't do it, and he's always a lucky mascot for me whenever I see him, right? I have always a special corner, for him. So these are the things, right, what you really need, right, in your job, right? You need to be truthful, you need to show passion, you need to show eagerness, and you never show, you should not feel that, oh, no, I have something, maybe I'm lacking something. You just need to be confident and you just need to have that courage. Yes, I can do it, right? That attitude will always make a difference.
Right.
And the rest is history because, two things. TCS, obviously, it was not a big paymaster at that point of time. I mean, the Cognizant was paying much higher than...
So, that time, package?
So, I remember, the first time when I joined, maybe it was 1.5 lakh, per annum package. And then maybe after tax and all that, I was to get maybe 13,500 and Kolkata salt leke rahutlu mane 5-6 jana sanga bindas mane it was good.
That time 13,000 bahut heichu.
Yeah, it is a big amount, right? I'm saying tapare am start kulu one mobile phone astla, credit card, and now it was all fly. Every Saturday Sunday you have parties and somebody is going on site, somebody is coming back on site. And then we have
graduate how apan hathre job thila
Purvuru.
Haba
Purvuru, yes.
Okay.
So that was kind of, like I said, I was in very fast track, right?
Okay.
And then, like, jatole Cognizant phir join kali, so then it was the super cyclone, 99. It was during that time. I remember, right, just we were in training, right? And sabudin it was mandatory. You have to go to the training every day. But I remember in the 99 cyclone, right, entire Salt Lake was flooded. I am saying this many, your almost waist height water was everywhere. But we have to go through that and reach office.
Okay.
Yeah, we have seen that kind of struggle in the life.
So 99 kaରଣ ମୋ ଘର ଏରୋସମା ତ ଏରୋସମା ସବୁଠୁ ଅଧିକ ଆଫେକ୍ଟ ହେଇଥିଲା ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଥିବେ ମାନେ ଏରୋସମାକୁ ମ୍ୟାପ ରେ ଲୋକ ଜାଣିଲେ 99 ପାଇଁ ସେଟା ମୁଁ ଆଇ ଥିଙ୍କ 5 ଇୟର୍ସ ରହିଥିଲି ଆମ ବାରି ଫାରି ସବୁ ପାଣିରେ ବୁଡି ଯାଇଥିଲା ତ ସେ ଟାଇମ ରେ ଆପଣ ଟ୍ରେନିଂ ମାନେ ସାଇକ୍ଲୋନ ହେଲେ ବି ଅଫିସ ବନ୍ଦ ନାହିଁ you have to
you have to go through you have to go. I'm saying that you need to show that because I remember what happened after 6 months because a couple of guys they had
Cognizant ରେ ଆପଣ କେତେ ବର୍ଷ ରହିଲେ?
So Cognizant initially I was 3 years, but तापर मझे टिके मैंने से तोले गोटे मैंने ऑनसाइट पढ़ी थी ऑनसाइट आसला पर देखो थोड़े मैंने ऑनसाइट गला पर देन you have that craze, right? कि भाई मत्ते बर्तन ऑनसाइट US रे जीवर रहे ऑनसाइट means like you have to go abroad, right? US हो कि Europe हो.
तो आपण कोड जाइतले टाइम
मुझे तोले California was my first international trip, okay? And forget about international trip, that was also my first time I was sitting in a flight back in, I'm talking about 2001, right? Or 2002, 2002. Yeah, 2001.
पूरे आपण कैलिफोर्निया गले जॉब करिया पई ऑन साइट सेटा आपण को केते वर्ष रो ट्रिप थिला?
No, सेटा माने it was only for 2-3 months.
2-3 months.
But the 3 months was amazing.
I think 2001 रे माने आपण को एज ऑलमोस्ट केते हेतिबो 23.
Yeah, 23. I was just
23 years एज रे जाजपुर गां रु आपण घर गां रे राइट?
Yeah, पूरा
जाजपुर गां रु माने कैलिफोर्निया जाउची से टाइम रे माने जस्ट walk me through your parents like happiness की parents रो माने कोन माहौल कोन थला टाइम रे काहे कि ना आज का डेट रे एवरीथिंग इज अवेलेबल इंटरनेट इट्स फाइन बट से टाइम रे मोर एति जानि छी कारण आम गां डन कि बाहर साइंटिस्ट हो जने आसीबो ना घर को ना तापो सब लोक आछन माने अरे मो पु को मैं कोनटा पढेबी माने आपण तो कैलिफोर्निया फेरी थिबे सेटा आई थिंक हैपन हेइ तो आपण सहित कि बहुत सारे गाड़ी नस्ते भी अरे सुशांत मो पु 10th पास पढिबो तू कह ता कोन पढेबी?
No, absolutely. I mean, it was a lot of people used to come, that time and families because I was shifting between my village and also in Bhubaneswar. Yeah, I helped many students to step up their careers and also of late I've given many jobs to many whether it's your relatives or acquaintances or friends and others. I was lucky because I was in that position where, I was of any help for them, right? And that gives me satisfaction because
ଆପଣଙ୍କ ମୁଣ୍ଡରେ ଗର୍ବ ଚଢି ନଥିଲା?
no, I am very down to earth, right? I still very down to earth because I know what I have seen in the life, what I have gone through, right?
Okay.
So I don't forget my past, right? So if you think about what was your past and, then don't bring that, right? Because you have seen what happened in your life and how you have come up, right? So it's always, you need to be sober, you need to be, kind of genuine guy. I'm what you are. गर्व त करे
କାହିଁକି ନା ଆପଣ ଯୋଉ ସକ୍ସେସଟା ଦେଖିଲେ କିଛି ପିଲା ମାନେ ଯୋଉମାନେ କି ମାନେ ଜଷ୍ଟ ଯାଜପୁରରୁ ଆସିକିନା କିଟ୍ ରେ ପଢୁଥିବେ ରାଇଟ୍ ସେ ତ ଗାଁ ମଝିରେ ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ଫ୍ରମ୍ କିଟ୍ ମ୍ୟାନ୍ ୟୁ ନୋ like they will not talk to you, they will not talk to you in Odia language, they will try to show that okay you are not our class, ତ ସେ ଟାଇପ୍ର କିଛି କ୍ୟାଟାଗୋରୀ ଥାଏ. ସୋ ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ନଟ୍ ସେଇଙ୍ଗ ବ୍ୟାଡ୍ ଟୁ ଦେମ୍, ଲାଇକ୍ ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ଜଷ୍ଟ ଟ୍ରାଇଙ୍ଗ ଟୁ ହାଇଲାଇଟ୍ ହିୟର୍ କି ଭାଇ କାଲିଫର୍ଣ୍ଣିଆ ଗଲେ, କାଲିଫର୍ଣ୍ଣିଆରୁ ଫେରିଲେ ରାଇଟ୍, ତ ତାଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ବହୁତ ସାରା ମାନେ ସର୍କମଷ୍ଟାନ୍ସ ଅଛି କି ମାନେ ମାନେ ଆମକୁ ଗର୍ବଟା ସହରରେ ଚଢ଼ିବା ପାଇଁ ରାଇଟ୍, କିନ୍ତୁ ତାପରେ ଅଣ ଯଦି ଆସୁନ ତା ମାନେ ତାର ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟିଂ ତାଙ୍କର ଯେଉଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଫ୍ୟାମିଲି କଲଚର ଇଟ୍ସ ଭେରି ମାନେ ରୁଟେଡ୍ ଆପଣ ପାଖରେ ଅଛି, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଆପଣ ଏତେ ଜଲ୍ଦି ସେଟାକୁ ମାନେ ଡାଇଲ୍ୟୁଟ୍ କରିନାହାନ୍ତି.
Obviously, family values matters a lot because my parents, my father, used to tell me that hey, तू जिते बड़ा हो जा, but केबे गर्व करिबुन लाइफ रे, जेबे तो गर्व कलु ना सेते बेले तोर डाउनफॉल स्टार्ट हबो, right? I still also remember the same thing and follow the same principles, and even if I also tell the same thing to my kids, right? And whatever you do in your life, right? Yeah, I'm saying God has given that opportunity to you, and then utilize in the right way, right? गर्व देखे काउ देखे, yeah, पैसा तो आज के डेट रे समस्त पाखरे हे गलानी, right? But then how you are helping, how you are taking that opportunity and doing for community, doing for the society, right? Or maybe doing for your neighbors, your surroundings, right? That is more important.
Okay, right? Got it. तो आपण कालिफर्निया देन बैक टू द स्टोरी, आपण कालिफर्निया आसला परे 3 months परे आपण लागिला कि आपण बाहर माहौल देखले आपण हले कि कम पाई बसिबी, देन गो अगेन अब्रोड, तो देन से टाइम रे आपणकर कोन थिला? Yeah,
तो सेतोले because in that 3 months, and the interesting thing happened is the customer was so much happy with my work. I got associate of the quarter award just for 2 months work, right? I got that award. It was a big award at that point of time in Cognizant. Then I felt, hey, maybe something in me which I'm good at, right? I'm good at in customer engagement and talking to customers and all that. But tapre maybe I couldn't. I tried my level best, and even if my on-site guys and all that, they tried to bring me back or take me back to California, but that didn't happen. So then I was not happy. Said, okay, after doing all that, even if I also didn't get promotions, then I left Cognizant, right? So because I got a good job. If you remember that time, Polaris Software, and I was just getting at that point, I was in 3 lakh, but they offered me almost 6 lakh, right?
Okay.
I'm talking about 6 lakh per annum. I'm talking about in 2002. Okay. So yeah, that's a big amount at that time. Yeah. So yeah, I left, and then I went to again US. I went to Connecticut, Hartford. I was working for ING Insurance, which is now ING here, and all that. So I was working with them. So then came back.
Like how long you were there?
Yeah, at that point of time, I was there for 1 year, and so yeah, and then but I came back, and then I got married, and then again I joined Cognizant back.
Married, okay. So time रे आपन एज केते थिला?
Oh, I got married at the age of 26.
Arrange or love marriage?
No, it was arranged marriage. So, but yeah, arranged.
Okay, so माने arranged marriage concept माने NRI ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମାନେ arranged marriage concept टाइम रे काहेकि ना माने बहुत सारा माने इंडिया रे जो मान टिके ओल्डी फैमिली माने चाहନ୍ତି कि हम झूठी के NRI की बाहा, राइट? से टाइम रे एमती concept थिला?
हाँ, maybe, but yeah, absolutely. So it was there. So maybe I was lucky, and
Okay, yes, okay. Yes. तो भाव जो भी देखले जाने परिवे. Okay, then again आपण को माने married पर then again you came back to
Cognizant. Yeah, again I came back Cognizant.
Like alone or with family?
No, yeah, with family. Yeah, with family.
Okay.
So I went to again US, and I was there then. In my second stint, I was there almost for 15 years.
15 years
15 years with Cognizant, yeah.
ମାନେ
Because
ଆପଣ ଟିକେ କହିଲେ ସେ ସ୍ଲାଟଟା ମାନେ 2003 ରୁ
2003 to 2017.
Okay, 2003 to 2017 you were living in USA, right?
Yeah, no, okay. So it was US and then India also because I came back.
মানে
Yeah.
but
Because of family reasons, I came back to also
six
India.
kind of ମାନେ ସେଟା ମାନେ
6 years, but I was 6 years there in US again. So
Okay, so USA ରେ kind of most of the students they always their first dream go to USA, right? মানে যদি কিছু financial burden হলে they think about Europe, but always they want USA. Still now, like US is the first international student destination in all over the world.
absolutely.
And you were there for almost 15 years. So what are the difference you see, like I would say about the ମାନେ mindset ରେ ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା କି US ଆଉ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆର ମାନେ ପିପୁଲଙ୍କ ମାନେ ମାଇଣ୍ଡସେଟ୍ ଡିଫରେନ୍ସ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କ'ଣ ଲାଗେ? ଲେଟ୍ସ ଏକ୍ଜାମ୍ପଲ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଓଡ଼ିଶା, କାରଣ ଆପଣ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ଆପଣ ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ୟୁଏସ୍ରେ ବି କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ତ ଆପଣ ଡିଫରେନ୍ସ କ'ଣ ଫିଲ୍ ହୁଏ?
No, so difference obviously, right? I mean, so the reason, I said, okay, I don't want to be in Odisha, and maybe there are lots of things happened over last many years, but I'm talking about back in those days, right? ଆମ ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ କ'ଣ ମାନେ ଆମେ ପଖାଳ ଭାତ ଖାଇକି ଆମେ ବାସ୍ ଘରେ ଶୋଇବା କି ଜଣେ ଗୋଟେ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ଚାକିରି କରିବା 9 to 5 କଲି ବାସ୍ ତା ମଝିରେ ବି ଘରକୁ ପଳେଇ ଆସିଲି. So then there is no growth in your life. All right. So, but I was very ambitious, right, from the day one, right? No, I have certain goal in my life which I want to do, right? And that's, I was very ambitious. I said, no, I don't want to be settled, right? So yeah, that's the reason I said, okay, maybe let me go and explore the world. Let me see, right? So in USA particularly, got the opportunity, right? That is enormous opportunity there, right? Number one. Number two, you will be always be appreciated of your work.
Okay.
ମାନେ ତମେ ଯଦି ଭଲ କାମ କଲ ନା ତ କଷ୍ଟମର ତମକୁ ପୁରା ମୁଣ୍ଡରେ ଚଢ଼ିକି ବସେଇବେ.
ଆଉ
କ୍ରିଟିସାଇଜ୍ କଲେ ସୋ ଅବଭିୟସଲି ସେମାନେ ଏତେ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟ ୟୁଏସ୍ରେ କହନ୍ତିନି, ଅନଲାଇକ୍ ଡଚ୍ ପିପଲ୍ ଅର୍ ଫ୍ରେଞ୍ଚ ପିପଲ୍, ବଟ୍ ସେମାନେ ଟିକେ ମାନେ ଦେ ଆର୍ ପଲିଟିକାଲି କରେକ୍ଟ, ରାଇଟ୍? ସୋ ଦେ ଅଲୱେଜ୍ diplomatically, so they will handle that, right? But fortunately I didn't have such scenarios. Wherever I went with customer always appreciates me, and remember couple of anecdotes, right? More people used to tell me, maybe at that point of time I had kind of Elvis style hairstyle. Okay. So there are a few like and some middle-aged ladies, right, who I used to work with. They always say, hey, Elvis. No, they used to tell me that, right? Okay. And I remember one note, like I was helping one customer, so she came back and put a nice note on my desk. And that was the first thing, which somebody coming and writing a small note, right, and putting on my desk. And when I saw that, I felt so good. You won't get that kind of appreciations. And I'm talking back in those days. I mean, even if I didn't get anything, such also, right, from my managers or anything.
ଲୋକମାନେ ଟିକେ take it for granted ନେଇ ଯାଆନ୍ତି, କାରଣ small thing can make changes, right? ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟ ନୋଟ୍ ଆପଣ ଭାବିଥିବେ କି actually ମାନେ it's ଲୋକ ଆଜିକାଲି ପୋଷ୍ଟ କାର୍ଡ ୟୁଜ୍ କରୁନାହାନ୍ତି.
Correct.
But it's matter a lot.
It matters a lot, absolutely correct. And still, I was like it for a long time, but I don't have now. But yeah, and so that's the second thing. And then third is like you have opportunities, and there are lots of things you need to learn, right? Because the technology was evolving, right? Because I started as a COBOL programmer or mainframe programmer, right? And then started learning new technologies because the technology was evolving. So then if you are there in US, I mean, all the, like, think about the innovation happen in the world that's happening in US, right? Whether it's cloud, or whether it's mobile, or whether it's now AI or LLM, we are talking about Gen AI, everything, it happens there. So that means at that point of time, India was almost like 15 years, 20 years behind, what was happening in the US. And it was very fast life. So obviously I like that, life, and I said, okay, and we'll see how we can do it. But that doesn't mean that we'll forget our motherland, our own people. So yeah, I'm saying, but whenever I get opportunity, I always go to India.
So ଆପଣଙ୍କର କଲେଜରେ ଆପଣ କ୍ଲାସରେ you are the only one who was living in US at that time, or also?
No. We had a very good gang, right? Yeah, no. I think when we joined Cognizant, there were almost like 21 guys. We joined that point of time from our college, and out of that, I think we had 3-4 guys who were already working in same company, right, in US, and we had a very good gang in particularly in New Jersey. We used to live in New Jersey. every weekend we used to play cards or this କ'ଣ ସେଟା କହୁଛି ଆମେ ପତ୍ତା ଖେଳୁଥିଲୁ ରାଇଟ୍ ତାସ୍ ଖେଳୁଥିଲୁ ୟେସ୍ ୟେସ୍ ମାନେ ମଟନ୍ ଯେଉଁ ଆମେ ଆଜି କଥା ହେଉଥିଲା ମଟନ୍ ଝୋଳ ହେଉଥିଲା ମାଛ ତରକାରୀ ହେଉଥିଲା ଚିକେନ୍ biryani hotla and all that. We were really enjoying life at that point of time, so it is good fun.
Okay, then ଆପଣ ଏମିତି କହିଲେ କି ତାଙ୍କର ଆପ୍ରିସିଏସନ୍ ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା ଇନୋଭେସନ୍ ରହିଲା ବଟ୍ ଯଦି ଆପଣ ଏବେ ମାନେ ଯଦି ଜଷ୍ଟ ଇମାଜିନ୍ ମାନେ କାରଣ 2016-17 ୟୁଏସ୍ ଆଉ ଏବେକା ୟୁଏସ୍ ଭିତରେ ବି ବହୁତ ଡିଫରେନ୍ସ ଅଛି ବଟ୍ ୟୁଏସ୍ ଇଜ୍ ଗ୍ରୋଇଂ ମାନେ ୟୁଏସ୍ର ତ ମାନେ ବ୍ୟାକ୍ ତ ଆସିଲା ତ ଷ୍ଟିଲ୍ ଗ୍ରୋଇଂ କାରଣ ଏଭ୍ରିଥିଙ୍ଗ ଇଜ୍ ମାଇଣ୍ଡ ସେଟ୍ ରାଇଟ୍ ଏବେ ଗୋଟେ ଯେଉଁ ସେୟାର କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହିଁବି ଏବେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଏଜ୍ କେତେ ହେବ?
So now 46
ରାଇଟ୍ ତ ଏବେ ଯେଉଁ ଏନର୍ଜି ମୁଁ ଏଠି ଫିଲ୍ କରୁଛି ଓକେ 46 ମାନେ ଯେମିତି କହିଲେ ଭାଇ ଯେମିତି କହିଲେ ପୁରା ଫାଷ୍ଟ ଇଟ୍ସ ଲାଇକ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ କାହିଁକିନା ମୁଁ ଜଷ୍ଟ ଗିଭ୍ ୟୁ ୱାନ୍ କଣ୍ଟେକ୍ସଟ ଟୁ ଦ ଭିଉଅର୍ସ ଆମେ 2 ଦିନ ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଜଷ୍ଟ ଚାଟ୍ କରୁଥିଲେ ରାଇଟ୍ ତ ଆମେ ଜଷ୍ଟ ଏବେ ଉତ୍କଳ ଦିବସ ଇଭେଣ୍ଟ କହିଲେ ଭାଇ କରିବା ହଁ ଚାଲ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ମାନେ ଲାଇକ୍ ଫାଷ୍ଟ କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟଲି ତ ମୁଁ ଏତେ ମୁଁ ଟିକେ ସ୍ଲୋ ଆପଣଙ୍କ କଥା ମୁଁ ଟିକେ ମାନେ
absolutely I take decision much faster. I don't take time, right? If something is good, I always go for it. I don't regret even if I made mistake, but that's fine. It's basically like that your intuition, right? What is good, and if I feel no, this is going to be good and this is happening for good, I take it.
Just like that. Energy
I still have the same energy, and maybe more than you maybe.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just this energy, because of you lived a kind of different life, or it's inherent.
No, I don't know where that maybe energy comes from, but I'm always like that. Even if I got that compliment, like even though when I was like at maybe 21 or 23 years, and still now I have the same energy, or maybe more energy than when I was 23, because when I was in college or I started my career, I was a little bit shy and not speaking and all that, but now I'm more energetic than before.
Energy, I'm not saying about like hard times, about the aura. Mane oda jono thai na mane jone room re jone entry kariyo mane se room ro samost oda type ro se mane sparking kara type right se aura ta apno pakhre achi সেটা সমস্ত পাখে নথায় মেবি योर बॉडी लैंग्वेज और মানে এটাকে ମୁଁ ବହୁତ ବିଲିଭ୍ କରେ କାହିଁକି ନା ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ଏନର୍ଜିଟା ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଫିଲ୍ କରାଏ
absolutely I'm saying
bad energy
good energy
କରାଏ ଓକେ ସୋ ସେଇଟା ମୁଁ କହିବାକୁ ଆପଣ ଓଡ଼ିଶାର ଯେଉଁମାନେ ପିଲାମାନେ ବି ଅଛନ୍ତି ସ୍ପେସିଫିକାଲି ଆମର ଯେଉଁମାନେ ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ହୁଅନ୍ତୁ ଯେଉଁମାନେ ବି ଜେନ୍ଜି ଜେନେରେସନ୍ ହୁଅନ୍ତୁ ହ୍ୱାଟ୍ ୱାନ୍ ମାଇଣ୍ଡ ସେଟ୍ ଆପଣ ହାଇଲାଇଟ୍ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହିଁବେ कि से माइंडसेटा निहायती हवा दरकार आजिका जेनेरेशन यदि आम चाहूचे ग्रोथ
so basically always positive, right? Positiveness, and why this energy comes, right? The energy comes because I'm positive.
Okay.
Okay. Because if I start thinking always no, I mean don't take yourself into a if else logic, right? Oh yeah, if I do this what will happen, else what will happen, like don't take that. If you have positive energy, even if there is another guy who has negative energy, you can always influence the negative energy. Okay. I always believe on that, right? So positivity is one of the biggest thing, and then passion.
Okay.
You need to have passion. तुमको जब लाइफ में करियर अच्छी, you need to passionate. For example, तुम जब passionate हबनी, then you cannot move in the ladder, or you cannot succeed in your life. So passion हमें देखो जहाँ भी करते हो, whatever you do, right? But you be best at that, right? तुम पेंटिंग करो कि मैंने सिंगिंग करो कि म्यूजिक करो कि कंप्यूटर करो कि whatever, or even if you are a history teacher, for example, be passionate, right? तुम सेठी हिस्ट्री पढ़े कि भलो केमती कर परिबो, right? से PhD कलो नुआ जिनस बाहर कलो जोटा कि माने लोकन पाखे जाना नहीं से इन्फॉर्मेशन. So you need to have that kind of quality in your
okay. लेकिन it take out a deep मुझे अपन चाहिए, but how someone will identify their passion?
Yeah, that's a good thing, right? I'm saying, for example, I'll tell you how I identified and all that, right? So मुझे तो इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज थी, right? Obviously, like everyone was looking for a job, right? कौन हबो कोड जॉब मिलिबो, माने जब इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियर न मिलला कौन करियो, right? So then I was also creating a backup at that point of time. I remember like there was few other guys like Pandav, even if Devashish was there, right? And then Mahesh and few other guys, right? we were going through some of these, what do you call, Army SSB, like, those trainings and all that. I remember there was a major in Bhubaneswar, I forgot his name now. But we were getting training because we were thinking, if maybe we are not getting job, but at least we can do something maybe in the army and all that, right?
Okay.
So, but yeah, then Cognizant happened to me. Then maybe I realized that, hey, this is, so I didn't realize at that point of time because, I was not very good in programming at that point of time. But when I went to Onsite, particularly US, when Onsite is basically US, then I realized that, hey, I'm really good in customer communication, making things big, right? And analyzing the problem much faster.
Okay.
Right? So, and then you obviously sometimes it takes time, right? But then over the time you realize that where you are getting more kind of passion or energy to do that.
Okay.
Right? So slowly it will come to you and then you realize if this is happening, right? And then second thing I will tell you, for example, right, obviously, while I was doing all the work, then second good thing I picked up is public speaking.
Okay.
Because if you're working, but if you're not able to communicate better, if you're not able to sell yourself, then you cannot move in the ladder, right? No matter what work you do,
Agree.
You really need to showcase that I have done it better than maybe 5 other guys.
Yeah.
Right? And that should be, the case. And that's what I said, okay, and how that will come, and this kind of what I call public speaking, where we call it, like in the world of management, we call it thought leadership, right? So I then slowly developed that thought leadership that, because the evolution of technology is happening, but then how you as an evangelist, what I call evangelist, I will come into that word, how you can influence others, right? To take something out, to adopt something. And Apple, if you remember, Apple was successful because they had some evangelists who are promoting, right, particularly Apple products, Apple operating systems and all that, why it is better than others, right?
Okay.
So, yeah, so
Like you're talking about the uniqueness.
The uniqueness, yeah, and then how you can, showcase, how you can influence, kind of be kind of influencer, what you call, right? In that particular
right,
field.
It's very influencer term.
Yes, so influencer, right? You need to have that influencer. And once you do that, then people will listen to you, right? And if I go today and I talk about, people appreciate that, what energy I bring in, what thought leaders I bring in, and what kind of transformation I can bring into their business. When you start talking in those sense, people realize, okay, this guy has that, right? So that's what you just need to.
Okay, that means in summary, if I will explain to my viewers, like passion, you cannot find it in one day. It's a journey.
It's a journey.
So you have to go through that, and if someone like you feeling, suppose आपण गोटे काम करते you feel like you are doing it tirelessly, right? You are not feel tired. That means you are like love this work, right? ଯଦି ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ କାମକୁ ପୁରା ପ୍ୟାର से କରୁଛନ୍ତି, then automatically it's passionate.
Yeah, and when you see people are appreciating and you are getting good results, maybe then that is, your passion.
Yeah.
So you need to quickly take that. Okay, this is what maybe I need to be, good.
Yeah, two things. ଏମିତି ନୁହେଁ କି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଭଲ ଲାଗୁଛି ଆପଣ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ବଟ୍ ସାମ୍ନା ବାଲା କେହି ତାକୁ ରେକଗ୍ନାଇଜ୍ କରୁନାହାନ୍ତି ତ ତାର କିଛି ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ
ତାର ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ କିଛି ନାହିଁ, obviously that means that means you are not good at. For example, ମାନେ ଆମର ମାନେ ଆମେ ଯଦି ଯାଇ ଗୀତ ଗାଉଛୁ ମାନେ 100 ଲୋକଙ୍କ ସାମ୍ନାରେ, but if I'm not a good singer, right, if I'm just singing, people won't appreciate that. I mean, if I have a good voice, people definitely, okay, they will appreciate it. And same thing, then once you get that appreciations upload from the customer or from your audience, they know, okay, this is what maybe people liking, right? Then I should do more and more. For example, why you doing this kind of blog and all that? Because maybe you are getting more response, more appreciation for people that, okay, hey, the kind of the content you're creating, maybe it's connecting to the audience, right? It's the same thing, right?
But
so
this is for in my domain, it's very different domain, right? कहीं आमर ओडिशा आज का डेट रे भी माने ए कंटेंट तो अवेलेबल ना जोटा हमें क्रिएट करू छे एटा इंडिया रे अछि
absolutely
but our audience very few audience बहुत few like who are ambitious, who are very aspirational, they want to do something. So like more other माने main motto कौन है content through माने like I am trying to create one platform जो हम ओडिया diaspora, so that if someone is watching from Odisha ताको लागिबो कि नहीं आमर तो ऑलरेडी तो इट्स लाइक ऑलरेडी हम ओडिशा लोकटा करि सारि छथि राइट से माने बरोबर जगह अछि देन व्हाई कैंट आई राइट तो तांको सरप्राइज फील होबनी एटा कोड ना कोड ओडिशा लोक को कोड ना कोड टी फील हुए ए टाइप रो टिके तो सेटा तांको हेल्प करिवो एंड मीनवाइल दे कैन आल्सो अंडरस्टैंड कि ओडिया लोक टिके निजु टिके भाबंती कि आमे टी कमजोर तो एसबु एनर्जी सहित इंट्रोड्यूस करिवे थ्रू वर्चुअली तो दे विल फील लाइक आम कम्युनिटी भी दे हैव लाइक गुड यू नो लाइक हिस्ट्री.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
are not poor.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We have good talents, right? I mean, if you look at historically also, right? I'm sure we talk about today in Utkal rivers, right? And our people used to go and Java, Sumatra, Bali, and all that for trading and all that, right? I'm sure it was one of the maybe richest state at that point of time, right? But even though today, I'm saying you look at also in India government, the almost most of the bureaucrats, the top-notch bureaucrats are from Odisha, right? So there are good talents, right? So only thing is we just need to unleash them. We need to give them the good opportunities, right? For example, why some of these bureaucrats, they got flourished because of Modi, because, you know, he appreciated them, he uplifted
Like
them.
you need a good mentor.
You need a good mentor, right? And also, like, you know, this kind of content also can help them, right? You know, how they can reshape their careers, how they can think out of the box.
So आपण यूएस जाइथिले आपणकर ओडिया प्रति ए फीलिंग्स तले जो फीलिंग्स अछि से टाइम रे आपणक प्रति माने आपणकर फीलिंग्स अछि आई एम नॉट ब्लेमिंग एनीबॉडी आई एम सेइंग व्हाट आर द परसेप्शन व्हाट आर द थिंग्स इन द मार्केट कारण हम जोटा मार्केट हम सेम रिसीव करू राइट तो आपण यूएस रे थिले सपोज 2003 रु 2018 भितरे माने इन कंपेयर टू इंडिया राइट इंडिया माने इंडिया डायस्पोरा भितर आपन कोन फील माने ओडिशा आपन टेके हजिगला भले फील
हाँ बेसिकली माने हजिगला तो बहुत बिकॉज वी आर वेरी स्मॉल एंड माइनर कम्युनिटी इन कंपैरिजन टू अदर कम्युनिटी राइट बिकॉज आई वाज आल्सो associated with Bengal community and Bengali community and other communities right yeah we were very small at that point of time although you know we were doing Rath Yatra and many other events right but yeah I'm saying the togetherness right that is still also missing because you know I still am Odia re katha ach right jo godotna buddhi achi so still I see people still now also because I have felt also here it's not like you know it's everywhere because I think as a community we need to grow beyond that we really broad need thinking. To the broad thinking and how we can grow our community and how we can help each other in that community right if you look at माने जदि से पटेल कम्युनिटी हो कि गुजरात कम्युनिटी हो कि पंजाबी कम्युनिटी हो कि तमिल और तेलुगु communities they're quite strong and you know when they grow together think about how you know in US the Patels and the Sardars they're dominating it's not like you know just one guy went and you know they have talent and they're just going it no they are pulling them together they're supporting each other you know bringing everyone together right that's what happening that's why that community is growing so we need to have that kind of community collaborations and encouragement right so yeah those are very important things and one more thing also I just want to highlight over there right I'm say just after Cognizant right I joined I'm say at that point of time obviously I came back to India and then I went to the UK and I got through Amazon
okay UK
yeah Amazon UK Amazon was you know one of the top 5 tech companies on the earth and it was very difficult to crack through the interviews okay forget about the interviews even if you know getting a call from Amazon directly without applying is a big achievement and they reach out to me
how did that happen
yeah so you know when I was in UK so they looked at my profile LinkedIn profile because I was just said I'm very good in maintaining my profile and since I was a public speaker and all that you know I always keep on adding my contents and all that And they maybe observed, because at that point of time they were looking for a specialist in healthcare and pharma, right? For particularly in the tech world, right? And they looked at my profile and then reached out to me that, hey, are you interested to join Amazon? I said, yeah, why not? I mean, this is a great opportunity, if the opportunity comes, Lakshmi jadi asi ghara samne asi knock karchanti, obviously I cannot leave that. But yeah, and then I went through that cycle, and I know that cycle, it's very, very tough, and if you have cracked Amazon interview, you can crack any other interview on the earth, right? So yeah, I was lucky, and then people are telling me two things at that point of time, even though I joined Amazon. They are telling me two things. So first thing is, if you join Amazon, forget about your promotions. Even though those guys were working in Amazon at that point of time. I know. So when Amazon job करतला, but still they told me, yeah, join तो करचु ठीक अच्छी, but Amazon join करू दीटा जिनसे भूली जीवो. गोटे है कौन ना promotion पाइबुनी. Second होची salary hike. Okay. But so within 2 years I got my promotions. Right, I was kind of then becoming the principal architect. I mean Amazon, which is equivalent to a. I'm talking about I joined 2018 Amazon, and then I got promotion into 2020. So that time
2018 रे आपण केते आपण पैकेज थिला माने pound रे.
Yeah, pound रे maybe I can say maybe at that point of time it was maybe 1.5 crore or something, maybe like in Indian rupees. Let's say.
Like per annum.
Yeah, per annum.
After tax.
No, it was before tax. But yeah. But then that went up to almost more than 3 crores within next 4 years.
So upon 2018 to 22 पर्यंत almost आपण UK रे थिले.
No, ମୁଁ UK रे नहीं, although I got the job in UK, but then I shifted to Netherlands because of some visa issues. I have to come to Netherlands.
तो एबे आपण माने से टाइम रे आपण नेदरलैंड Amazon रे काम करथले तला नेदरलैंड शिफ्ट करले.
Yes.
माने 2022 कथा आपण कहउछंती नेदरलैंड रे आपण को सैलरी थिला almost
2.3 crores, yeah.
2 to 3 crore after like before tax.
Before tax, yes.
Then tax 40%.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a different.
Yeah, it's a different thing. So
okay. But आपण ଗୋଟେ average figure कहि परिबे माने viewers मान पई just like
yeah, I just said, forget about that. That's your package, right?
Okay.
That's your package. Whatever the tax, even if you're in India, you also pay tax, but you always consider that your package. It's not take-home salary.
Like right? This is the gross salary.
Yeah, this is the gross salary, right?
Okay.
And then also on top of that, you have Amazon stocks. You also get lots of stocks, right? And then
okay.
So yeah, I'm saying that was one thing. Yeah, I got the promotions and also I got the hike, right? And I was then telling those guys, hey, you saw what, right? I proved you guys wrong that if you have passion, if you have determination, you can move, you can beat all the odds.
Yeah, so like you can create the room.
Yeah, you can create the room for yourself.
So then now you are working also in Amazon or?
No. Then I thought say Mundre startup and all that kidas, right? So yeah, that's the reason I left in 2022, and I started my startups and some companies and all that. So yeah, and that's what I'm now proud of because I.
So that's what you are doing now.
Yeah, I'm more kind of entrepreneur now. So
in Netherlands.
In Netherlands, yeah. And this is the office. That's why you were sitting here and we were discussing.
So okay. So this is the interesting point right now, because I am very passionate about the entrepreneurship kida. So entrepreneur टिके मतलब explain करिवा कि what is all about you are doing. Just explain and why Netherlands.
Sure. Yeah. So no, I have. The two business running. So the first I started while I was at Amazon, right? Because my wife and all my in-laws side, so they are doctors. More Sasuraji and Dr. Mallick, and so he is the #1 skin specialist in Odisha. Okay. And maybe in top 10 in India itself, right?
So like from your wife's side.
My wife's side, yeah, and also my brother-in-law, and even my wife is also a dentist and all that. We have almost 10 doctors in my family itself. Okay. So I wanted to bring healthcare and then technology and then that side together. And then that's why I started Dr. Cure करके ଗୋଟେ startup अछि बर्तन ओडिशा रे भुवनेश्वर आमे ताको लॉन्च करिछु जोठी कि आमे ऑलरेडी हेल्थ टेक रिलेटेड सर्विसेज दोछु NRI पेरेंट्स मानको पई right. For example, all of us who are living abroad but we have aging parents back in India, right? So we are giving them white glove services in terms of sending doctors to your home, nurses, physiotherapists, even if we are doing...
Like it's active in all over India?
No, we were more focused on Odisha now.
Odisha, like only Bhubaneswar?
Yeah, only Bhubaneswar and Cuttack and those areas.
Okay.
ECG at home and all that, right? Also, then we have our own clinics where you can be able to go and do the consultations.
So, ଆପଣଙ୍କର ହେଲା ମାନେ ଆପଣ ଯୋଉ କହିଲେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ୱେବସାଇଟ୍ ନା ଆପଣ ଏଠି କହି ଦେଇ ପାରିବେ?
Yeah, so ମୋର ୱେବସାଇଟ୍ ହେଉଛି drcures.com, right? ସେଠି ଅଛି ଆଉ ପ୍ଲସ୍ ଆମର ବି ମାନେ ଆପ୍ ବି ଅଛି ବୋଥ୍ ଇନ୍ ଗୁଗଲ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ୍ରଏଡ଼୍ରେ ଅଛି ଆଉ ଆପ୍ ଷ୍ଟୋର୍ରେ ବି ଅଛି. ସୋ ୟୁ ବି ମାନେ ଆପଲ୍ ଆପ୍ ଷ୍ଟୋର୍ରେ ଅଛି. ସୋ ୟୁ ବି ଏବଲ୍ ଟୁ ଗୋ ଆଣ୍ଡ
So it's like exclusive for the aging population?
Not only aging, but yeah, so we are providing two, three categories. So one is senior care, right? Under the senior care, what I talk about NRI care is one of them. Second is corporates. We are providing also supports for the corporate employees, right, who have similar kind of challenges in terms of giving the right care to their families while they are working outside, something, right?
It's like family means like someone will go take care everything like while you are home.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
like kind of home service.
Yeah. It's kind of what I call it care at doorstep.
Okay, care at doorstep. That
Okay.
is a nice marketing term.
Yeah, the marketing terms, yeah. So that's what we are doing today. And then one of the other things we are doing is we have now collaborated with one of the providers, and maybe we are helping, we are doing maybe in Odisha now. So whatever the care we are giving today, right, it's all about reactive care, right? So reactive care माने कौन ना मुझे जदी ज्वर हला मुझे तापर जाएंगे डॉक्टर पे को जाऊँगी कि मेडिसिन खाऊँगी, right?
Right.
But what am I doing, right? Not to have that fever, right?
Like preventive.
The preventive care, right? Or I call it proactive care. Yeah. तो सेट पे हम वो launch कर चु 3P. It's called preventive, proactive, and personalized care. Okay. So personalized care केमती कर चु कि आमे गोटे बर्तन तमरा गोटे जीनोम टेस्टिंग करिवु. So genome testing करिया पे कि दरकार ने आमे जो will take a simple swab of yours and we will send it to our lab and we will be able to predict 200 plus diseases starting from cancer, heart diseases, diabetes and kidney diseases, so even if you have hair loss or what kind of complexity you have and all that 200 plus. And by that, and again that's valid for your entire life. It's not just one time, right? Entire life you do it. And with that, then we have seen patients that who are having such kind of tendency to develop those diseases, and based on that, then we provide them what kind of care you need to take today so that you won't fall sick, right? So that's why we are talking about personalized care.
तो माने एटा भी हमर माने ओडिसा रे चलछि.
ओडिसा रे ही चलछि. भुवनेश्वर रे चलछि.
तो भुवनेश्वर एटा कोन माने आउ के करू नांती ए जिनसटा.
नहीं जिनसटा आउ के बर्तन करनांती, but maybe we were the first one. I didn't know, maybe एबे जदी के करूथवे, but we were the first ones who introduced this concept.
Accepting this future like
yeah, absolutely. That's
बहुत माने advanced level ले कथा हो.
Yes, correct. Obviously this is the future, right? Because you think about, right, I'm say मते जदी गोटे छोटो किछि ब्लड टेस्ट न करी किछि न करी मो लाइफ रे कोन हबो मुझे तो जानी पड़ছে ताठो बड़ जिंस कोन अछि. And again it's not mystery, right? Because what we are doing is we are going at your DNA level and we are checking that if any of your gene is being mutated, right? हमको डायबिटीज का जण कोन पे जदी जैसे जो डायबिटीज जीन ता जदी हमर HbA1c फॉर एग्जांपल से जीन ता जदी मॉडिफाई हो जाई छि कि म्यूटेट करछि, देन ओनली इट विल कॉज मी डायबिटीज, राइट? तो सही लेवल ले हमें जाई सेटा स्टडी करी कि हमें कहि परछु कि हां एटा तमरा कोन हबार अछि कि नाही.
हाँ बट माय पॉइंट इज माने एबे भी मते माने आम ओडिसा रे मते लोक माने स्पेशली भुवनेश्वर आम लोक एते हेल्थ कॉन्शियस कि कन ताको तो पेमेंट करिया पड़छ, राइट? बिकॉज़ इट्स नॉट फ्री, बिकॉज़ इट्स वेरी एक्सपेंसिव थिंग, राइट?
Yes.
तो people are ready to invest in this.
So few people are investing, but again more kind of maybe tomorrow through people will be getting awareness and all that, right? Awareness दरकार
जोटा कि एटा बहुत कारण एटा मु जानि इठी सब होउची माने यूरोप इट्स हैपनिंग कारण यूरोप रे लोक माने रूटीन ब्लड चेकअप, राइट? लोक एक्सपीरियंस करंती, बट इंडिया रे जपर्यंत मते हेइनी किछि मुझी बिना हॉस्पिटल
करेक्ट ता हेटा गोटे लाइक सेकंड लागुट जिंस आमी जोटा करछु जो कहथले एनआरआई पेरेंट्स मानक पई कि सीनियर सिटीजन पई कि हमर गोटे पैकेज अछि तमे जे हमर अछि ब्रॉन्ज सिल्वर गोल्ड. सो इफ यू टेक एनी ऑफ दोज पैकेजेस व्हाट विल हैपन प्रोएक्टिवली आमे तम घर को एवरी 3 मंथ्स रे गोटे द नर्स पठेबू कि गोटे डॉक्टर पठेबू, ओके? maybe nurse first, who can go and take all your vitals and check if everything is fine or not, right?
Okay.
Irrespective of whether you are falling sick or not.
It's kind of a routine follow.
It's a routine follow, right? By that, right, you will be able to know, कि कौन होची मो पाई. तो से जिन भी हमें already started doing in Odisha.
Okay. Then what? माने सेगरा जोटा होची तादरे आपण मतलब like you are the founder.
Yeah, I'm the founder.
So you are operating everything from here.
Yeah, everything from here, but yeah, we have staffs and even if my father-in-law and.
So it's kind of auto mode.
Yes, autopilot mode.
Okay. So then what are the startup you are doing? Like
startup.
Which is your main job? Which is your bread and butter?
Sure. Yeah. So here what we are doing is basically I would a company to start करची CloudHub करके.
CloudHub.
Yeah, CloudHub. Right. So CloudHub, we are focusing on 4 part. I called ACID. So ACID means A is AI, C is cloud, I is IoT, and D is data. Right. Because nowadays everyone is talking about Gen AI or LLM or AI and all that, but we see when they are going to large vendors like whether it's Accenture or Deloitte or Cognizant or Infosys, they are charging them like anything, right?
Okay.
But now we are just democratizing that AI and helping customers how they can be able to reduce their cost, how they can move fast in terms of their implementation, right? So we have couple of now solutions, particularly, for example, in the healthcare space, we have built another solutions. In the healthcare space, what I called skin AI, right? So we have now built a vision AI solutions. I will take photo of your face, and now I will be able to detect what kind of skin conditions you have, whether you have oily skin or skin rash or you have a dry skin, right? So what kind of treatment you need, right? Because all of us now are beauty conscious, right?
Okay.
We want to take care of our health and face and all that. We want to look good, right?
So that you are providing to the health, like healthcare, like medical.
Medicals, right? And then second thing is also you are able to detect some of these other diseases, like whether you have pimples, whether you have vitiligo and few other, right? And with help of that AI or vision AI and LLM, we are now able to also provide recommendations कि तुमको को प्रकार ट्रीटमेंट नबाको पड़िबो. Obviously, we are bringing human or doctor in the loop, right, to verify, okay, whatever comes from the AI is correct, and then we connect you with the doctors. So this is another interesting thing what we are doing, and we are already partnering with lots of healthcare companies to do this.
Okay, so right now wherever we are sitting, so this is the company.
This is the company where we were doing.
Okay, so it's a kind of co-working space.
Yeah, it's kind of co-working space, but yeah.
Okay, so a company केबे to start है जी?
2022 रू.
2022.
Yeah.
तो 2020 अच्छा आपन केमती कोन माने like you came here to like as a working visa, right?
Yeah.
Then you converted to a business visa.
Yeah, it's a kind of a
So right now you are under business visa.
Yeah.
So आपन को permanent residency अछि और
ना हबाको जाउची देखा जाउ चलची. It's in a process.
Okay, तो business माने एतला आपन कॉले just tell me bit I want to go just one year deep. कहीं कि ना work को छाड़ी कि ना work is kind of you are passionate about that and you are earning good, right? Business रे से risk तो अछि ना, you have to maybe raise capital or you have to invest capital.
Yeah.
चाली पर अच्छे माने से decision टा केमती कोन माने
No, yeah, so it's a big decision, right? Obviously, but then what I realized that if you can do for other companies, why you can do by yourself? For example, I will give you. So when I joined Amazon, or particularly AWS, right, Amazon Web Services, I was looking after their healthcare and pharma customers. Within 3 years, I increased the revenue from $0 till $35 million just in 3 years, right? And I was able to influence almost 100 plus customers, right, who were buying my solutions, my team's solution, right, so on and so forth.
like
then I realized,
like in Netherlands.
No. I had a global responsibility.
Okay, global, okay.
Yeah, the global responsibility. I was talking to customers, Australia, in the US, in Germany, in France, even if in India, or in China, in Japan, and all that, right? And so, but yeah, that's what I realized. I was confident that hey, even if I do something by myself.
I think it's a good advantage because you are working in that domain.
Yeah.
So and that you also started business in this domain, right?
Yeah. That's very important, right? Because I see people, right? they're going something beyond what they don't know.
Yes.
The other territories,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And that's how you will fall fast, right?
Yeah. So you have the expertise.
So you have already expertise, and I know the customer sentiments. I know some of the, the ecosystems, how it work, and also I had good, network and all that. Yeah. So and again, yeah.
But one other thing I would like to highlight here. Okay, so specifically in health sector, you need to know local language, right? To make the business. So, like ଆପଣ does ମାନେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି?
I speak a little bit, right? But
How able to manage that? How you
correct. Yeah. So no, but the good part of Netherlands is most of the people they speak English, right? So unlike Germany or France, right? So they speak good English here. But yeah, I'm saying, even though I'm not native Dutch speaking, but yeah, maybe you can say I have that charisma to influence them, right? So
your company is right now profitable?
Absolutely, from day one. I don't have any debt. We are already operating at 25% to 27% operating profit.
Okay, then if you don't mind, if you're comfortable, okay, that take kahingi na viewers manor number dakar, like they ଆପଣ ବୁଝି ପାରୁଥିବେ right? ମାନେ ମୁଁ କୋନଟା କହିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାहे ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଏବେ company ମାନେ କେତେ କ'ଣ revenue ମାନେ the last
I can say the last financial year we already crossed more than €1 million, just 2 years, 2.5 years.
ଯଦି ଆମେ Indian currency ରେ ଦେଖିବା, like
almost you can say
I would say like
almost 9.5 crores or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
9.5 crores kind of INR revenue, right? ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଏବେ କେତେ ବଡ଼ ଟିମ୍ ମାନେ କେତେ ଜଣ ମାନେ ୱାର୍କିଂ କରୁଛନ୍ତି କେତେ ପରସେଣ୍ଟ?
No, we are very lean and mean, right? With that, whatever I say 9.5 crores, we're just 5-6 of us. That's it.
So they are Indian or they are like foreigner?
It's a mix.
Mix.
Yeah.
Also like Dutch, Indian.
Yeah, Dutch. I have Turkish and.
Okay. ତା ମାନେ ଏଟା ଆମକୁ ଗୋଟେ thumbnail title ମିଳିଗଲା। ଓଡ଼ିଆ ପୁଅ ବିଦେଶୀକୁ ଚାକିରି ଦଉଛନ୍ତି।
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. You need to think global, right? It's not like so yeah, that's the reason I was telling, right? I mean, sometimes I have worked with also Odia people, but I had some kind of bad experience. But yeah, I always encourage the community and help them. But yeah, sometimes people think that hey.
Then why you started this in Netherlands instead of India? Because right now everyone is talking about this is the India era, this is the India era. So just give me the difference. Why here? Because you want to love here? Like you want to stay here because you love this country, love this culture and everything, or why? What are the main key differences?
Yeah, no. So yeah, basically, so you think about, I'm saying, let's say the domain I am into, the consulting and then this AI and all that, right? How many companies in India they are adopting these solutions, and how much money you will get unless whether you want to build app like Zomato or Swiggy and all that, right? So we are into more consulting, and the consulting money you will get only here in Netherlands or in Europe or in US, right?
In India, still people don't value consulting.
No, the consulting they don't believe and they don't pay, right? I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, it's a company who needs profit, who needs money to operate, right? So that consulting opportunity is not there in India. So that's the reason. But that doesn't mean that we are not we are not going to, do that in India. But yeah, we have already started our India operations also, and we have office in UK. So yeah, so we were looking at how we can now tap particularly this GenAI evolutions happening in India, right? And I was talking to my 2 other partners today from India, right? Hey, you guys now need to be responsible for, bringing more business in India and see how we can talk to various customers. And I see people are waiting for some of these opportunities. So this is the right time for us also invest in India.
Okay, let me just summarize this specifically. And correct me if I'm wrong, okay? So what your company is doing, simply they're going to the healthcare, like hospital and say, hey, so I have suppose in the eye sector, right? You are saying, okay, you are doing this thing, skin sector you are doing, but I have one AI solution.
Yes.
Which you can at a time, 1 hour you can detect 1,000 skins.
1,000 skins,
right?
Yes,
so, and we have the data, like test and trial data. So, ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଏଟାକୁ use କରନ୍ତୁ instead of manually
you're going and testing and you're spending 15 minutes with per patient and all that.
So and also you are approaching them and you will provide them the product also. You are selling the product also, or only service?
No, we are providing some
Product
products
and
also. Product and service. We are
both.
providing both. Yeah.
And also meanwhile you are trying to also create new product, like suppose like mane say domain re upon explore kurde, okay, now we have suppose only skin, right? Maybe you are planning to go to other things.
Yeah, we are already planning in the healthcare space, right? Say how we can go into the other areas, particularly in the diagnostic areas, right? Because diagnostic area is complex and very expensive. We were discussing, with few other companies and see
so
how.
Now you have only one product, like for only skin. Only
yeah, we have not only just one product. We have the skin. We have also the digital health, particularly how you can take appointment, do the video conferencing, and then
like through the doctors.
Yeah, for
kind
the
of
doctors.
.net something German में थोड़ा मैंने online source करूँ ना कि English speaking doctor in Aachen.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So kind of
yeah.
like that.
So only that. Then plus you take the appointment, then get the digital prescriptions.
Okay.
You get also the medicine reminder, right? All that, everything.
So this
bundled.
is working in Netherlands or all over Europe?
Yeah. So this is working in Europe and also in India. So we have the Dr. Cure other initiative I talk about, right? So we have.
Okay.
We're also using.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
ओके तो एबे टिके अधिका हेगला डीप लेयर आमे टिके ये नॉर्मल आसी जिबा ओके एबे ओडिया कम्युनिटी जम कथा होतल राइट ओडिया कम्युनिटी नेदरलैंड रे हाउ स्ट्रांग दे आर लाइक माने जेम हम कहू ना एग्जांपल आपण कहले जेम सपोज धरंते एबे भाई अछन ए सेक्टर मु केटा मु एक्सप्लेन करू सपोज मोर एबे गोटा किछ प्रॉब्लम होछि अच्छा भाई मोर टिके नेदरलैंड यार मु को डॉक्टर पाखु जीबी तो भाई बेटर सजेस्ट करि पारे जे तांकर डोमेन ता सेटा जानि ओके यू कैन डू वन थिंग यू आर नॉट गेटिंग द अपॉइंटमेंट let me just call some staffs maybe they will arrange because Europe रे appointment मिलटा बहुत कष्ट it's very hard
yeah absolutely
doctor appointment specifically तो सेमती हमर माने ओडिया कम्युनिटी केते स्ट्रांग माने केते केते को पोजीशन सब अछंती
No, so Odia, I don't know about the positions and all that, but I think that as a community we are growing stronger, right, day by day. I'm saying you were hearing Deepak was talking today, right? I'm saying how we started maybe 2016, 17, right, and now so we are partnering with embassy India and then doing lots of activities.
So तांकर influence अछि.
So influence there influence there, and we are getting more stronger and stronger. But I think as a community, again, I still also see there are lots of people who have also not joined the community. Yeah, I will request also lots of Odia guys to come and join hands because this community.
But I have one political question. Okay, suppose it's kind of little bit different mindset. When you are joining a community, there are two things, right? Someone giving value, someone getting value. So are you giving and getting, or it's only you are giving the value?
No, it's two-way, right? I'm saying, see, any communication, when it's one way, that will be short-lived, right? So the communication should be always two-way. That means if I'm giving and also I'm taking, then I feel empowered, right? I feel connected. If I'm just only only giving but not getting, then after some time I feel, oh my goodness, I'm not getting anything. Then why the heck I want to just.
What are the value you are getting from community?
So for example, you come to me and taking this interview to Deepak Parida, right? So think about that connections we have, right? So that means if somebody is doing some good thing, we encourage people, right? Then we discuss, we share contents, right? So those are the important. Obviously, I cannot ask somebody, hey, give me money tomorrow, but no, but these kind of we are coming and joining hands and then taking this community further or helping our community. For example, today, right, after the event when I think I talked to you and then Tapare was young guys I met, right? So he's in Netherlands and he's without job for a year now, right? And he was working with Accenture before.
Okay.
I said, okay, hey, why don't you maybe talk to me and let's see what I can do. And luckily, he's already working in the same area what I am focusing on, right?
Like
in the
AI
data, AI and data,
okay.
right, and healthcare. So I say, okay, let's talk. So A jugaad, right? I said these are all happens through this community only, right? And again through this community also I got to know many people, and now we are working together. For example, like maybe Purojit is another. He is my college junior. I didn't know him before also in my college, but I met him here through this community, and now we have joined hands and we are doing many business together.
I think he's doing some business.
Yeah, he's also doing some business, but now we have joined hands, right?
Okay.
So we are going together instead of going silos. We are going together.
Okay. It sounds good. Okay, and the main thing is what I heard from Deepak bhai, right? Deepak Porita. Oscan 2017 ରୁ start ହେଲା तो ये जो community की bind करिबारे what you feel like who are the members who like put the effort to make this happen like आज उत्कल दे कारण जणु तो काहो तो बाहर को बाहर पड़िबो नॉट समस्त तो एटा समस्त तो एटा काम नुहे few members needs to be few leaders who are the core member or who are the members really you feel they need a thanks from your side.
Yeah, no, definitely, So Deepak Parida is one of them. So I think these guys, they started, right? And then Sashwat Padhi, right? And third is Nilamadhav Misra. And then we have Patro Bhai, right? And then, the others are there, like Orosis. So again, and then the new generations or the young guys also joining and taking some responsibilities. So I definitely, I would give a big thanks to them because, people like me, who are too busy in business and, because all that, we don't have that much time, right, to go and contribute more. But, yes, we always help, right, whenever required some sponsorship or other support and all that. We are already doing that. But, these guys, they need to be, given a special thanks, right? So they're taking this community forward.
Okay, and how important, if you are living abroad, because I think you're half of the life you lived abroad, right? So ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ foreign ଯାଉ ନା ମୁଁ ଟିକେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ different type ର ପଚାରୁଛି କାହିଁକି ନା ମୋତେ content perspective ରୁ ମୁଁ question ପଚାରୁଛି କିଛି ଲୋକ ଥାଆନ୍ତି they always try to avoid to meet their community କିଛି ଲୋକ ଥାଆନ୍ତି like maybe you felt right what I'm trying to explain, right? ମାନେ ସେଟା ଆପଣ maybe ଆଗରୁ face କରିଥିବେ. What you are trying, what is your message to that kind of person, that kind of people who is ମାନେ କଣ କି example କେମିତି କହିବି ଧର ମୁଁ ଏକୁଟିଆ ଅଛି ତ ମୁଁ ହିରୋ ନା ଯଦି ମାନେ ଯଦି ଫେମସ୍ ଆସିଗଲେ ମୋ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ଟିକେ କମିଯିବ ନା ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସେ ଟିକେ ଦୂରେଇ ଯାଆନ୍ତି ଏମିତି ଥାଆନ୍ତି ନା ଲୋକ
ନା ଲୋକ ଅଛନ୍ତି right but again I will definitely say that I mean professionally you might be so rich and so good but again what you are giving to the society, right, the society will remember, right? କାଲି ମୁଁ ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଭାଇକୁ ହେଲ୍ପ କଲି ସେ ଡେଫିନେଟଲି ସେ ଆଉ ଜଣେ 5ଟା ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଭାଇଙ୍କୁ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ କହିବ କି ଭାଇ ଏମିତି ଜଣେ ଭାଇ ଥିଲେ ଯେ ମୋତେ ହେଲ୍ପ କରିଛନ୍ତି କି ମୋତେ ମାନେ ଇଏ କରିଛନ୍ତି ମୋତେ ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ଏନକରେଜ୍ କରିଛନ୍ତି କି ମୋତେ କିଛି ଇନ୍ସପାୟାର କରିଛନ୍ତି ଅଲ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍, ରାଇଟ୍? ସୋ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ ଭେରି ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ. ଆଗେନ୍ it doesn't cost money, right? If you just help someone or if you give some time to a ଓଡ଼ିଆ fellow ତ ସେଇଟା କିଛି ମାନେ ତୁମର ହାର୍ମ କରିବନି, ରାଦର ସେଇଟା ତୁମର ନିଜର ରେସ୍ପେକ୍ଟ ଆହୁରି ବଢ଼େଇ ଦେବ ଉପରକୁ. Right?
One kind of happiness.
Happiness, yes. So I should say, don't conjuice करबनी से माने ओडिया लोक बसिया कि तांको टाइम दे कि तांको कथा सुनिया, I feel very good in that, right?
Now you are 42 years old and
46.
I would say 46.
Yeah.
So I would say कि माने जोटा मु एबे 29 30 हेबी माने आमे जो सब लाइफ को सपन देखुछु भाई ऑलरेडी लाइफ को ऑलरेडी माने बीते सारले ऑलमोस्ट कि फॉरेन रे रहिबा फॉरेन टिके गाड़ी धरी बुलिबा कि फॉरेन रे टिके माने यू आर लिविंग इन ए फॉरेन कंट्री बट नॉट लिविंग लाइक हाउ टू से माने फॉरेन ने दी प्रकार लाइफ अछि गोटे स्ट्रगल लाइफ आउ टिके हला अपर लग्जरी आई वुड नॉट से माने अपर मिड लाइक जोटा कि योर स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग इज सो गुड that you don't need to always look to your pocket your bank और काली पे कोन हो जोटा मु स्टूडेंट लाइफ रे
ना obviously हां
माने हमको सबड़ पई देखिया पे पड़ो काली रे खर्च कोन हो जॉब ब्ला ब्ला अब आपन सेटा नै at least.
No, thank God, again, it's all because of the God and also because of my parents and
तो हमर जो माने ओडिया भाई मान देखुतबे सी से माने एबला लाइफ खोजु चंदी कि एबला लाइफ को माने एस्पायर करथि ड्रीम करू चंदी. तो now my question is to you, what is your purpose of life?
My purpose of life is I want to be successful in helping people creating an ecosystem where I can help people. So, for example, right, ମୁଁ जो company टा करिची, it's not I have just created for myself, right? So I have also created where I am able to create opportunity or employability for others, right? For example, वर्तन इंडिया रे भी मोर माने there are in remote areas. For example, के बालेश्वर अच्छी, के नागपुर अच्छी, के कोड हैदराबाद को और कर्नल रे अच्छी, माने आंध्र रे. So they are part of my team now. So they reach out to me. They okay, I need a job, and they were just students.
Okay.
They didn't have any experience.
Okay.
I took them. I take that bait and say, okay, that's fine, you know, and I'm paying them good, hefty amount than also, you know, what they are getting in Infosys. They could have got in Infosys or TCS or Cognizant, right? And they're quite happy, you know, and then that's what give me happiness. So I want to create that kind of, you know, the ecosystem जोटी कि मु लोगों को आवरी माने तांको घरे तांको मुहरे खुशी दे परिबे.
ये जो नेक्स्ट वर्षन हम कथा वर्तन पे नेदरलैंड कान मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स और जो प्रोफेशनल्स वर्किंग दे आर नाउ फोकसिंग ऑन यूरोप इंस्टेड ऑफ यूएसए कान यूएसए रे जो कल्चर चली छी सेटा समझ जानि चंती सो लाइक आई डोंट वांट टू टॉक अबाउट दैट ओके लाइक देयर इज नो सिक्योरिटी in specifically USA, but when you are in Europe, their law, it's like you're secure.
Yeah.
Healthcare secure, so you're like old age secure, everything secure, right? So if someone is choosing specifically targeting Europe, so what are the countries they need to look for to get a job? Apan hisab re.
Yeah. So in terms of job opportunities, obviously 4-5 countries where I think they should be focusing, and there are a lot, right? Apparently UK is there, and then Germany, Switzerland, Netherlands, France. Yeah, maybe these are the 4-5 countries, and maybe if you go to again, like other countries are there, right? Like Denmark or Sweden and Norway and all that, but you know, again the extreme weather. Yeah, but the more money you get in these countries, right? So
Germany, Switzerland, and
Switzerland, Netherlands, or in UK. Yeah.
So are you feeling safe living here in Netherlands specifically?
Yeah, and they're very safe, you know, because you know, as I said, I have lived in many countries. You know, US रही
क्या ना यूरोप रे कोना कोड एबे बहुत कचरा
Germany रही but Netherlands is much safer, right? Much peaceful country. So you know, there is hardly any crime. Obviously, there's minor here and there, but there is hardly any crime. So that's why I love this country.
Okay. Tell me 3 things the youngster needs to know. माने लाइक कल्चरली जोटा कि आप नेदरलैंड हो कि यूएस हो कि यूके जोटा आप माने टोटल होल सम करी कि ना व्हाट आर द 3 थिंग्स व्हिच इज नॉट available right now in Odisha they need to learn, like specifically I'm talking about from 18 to 30 जो 25 years काहे ना 30 पर maybe टिके बहुत hard हुए 18 मान kind of cultural things हो कि basic sense हो कि civic sense हो कि what are the things you think that is needed in Odisha because you are frequently traveling, right?
Yeah, correct.
India right now maybe you are observing what are the people, what are the students doing.
Yeah. No, so are you talking about from cultural perspective or from
like a human being perspective?
Human being perspective, okay. Yeah, so the first thing what I believe, obviously, we are culturally rich and all that, I am not going to talk about that. But there are few things, you know, what I think we should do is, in terms of what I call it, these are the common things which we are not doing. Cleanliness, right? I mean, our environment को clean रखना, it तमें देखो, right? कई कचरा कोठी पकेवे नहीं, right? But आमे जदि जने गोटे NRI से जदि इंडिया रे जीव जाएंगे ना, even if he doesn't do it here, but if he goes to India, then he will throw कदलटा है जाओ कि गोटे कागज है जो से बाहर पड़ दो. You won't go and do that in, you know, the dustbin. तो सही जिनिसटा हमको दरकार, माने बर्तमान हमको शिक्षार अछि कि माने obviously that should come from the childhood. As a parents, we really need to teach some of these ethics, right? And our social responsibility, right? आमे एई सब जिनिस आमे केमती ध्यान रखिबा. Right? कि कोठी पकेबानी, it is very right, and again each of these municipality here and all that, right? They have a very system. तमे कचड़ा बाहर पके परिबन. You have a specific place where you तमरो एठी glass पड़िबो, एठी तमरो कागज पड़िबो, एठी तमरो you know waste पड़िबो and all that. So this is very important because माने हमरो रोग जो ये कोई एतपै होची because we are not making our environment safe and healthy. ये सब जिनिस cleanliness बहुत दरकार. माने हम सेटा हमको ये right तापरे And I can say ଆମର ଏଇ ଯେଉଁ ଡ୍ରାଇଭିଂ ଆଣ୍ଡ ରୋଡ଼ରେ ଚାଲିବା ଏସବୁ ଟିକେ ଆମକୁ ଦରକାର ଶିଖିବା ମାନେ ସେଇସବୁ ଆମେ ଟିକେ କଲଚରାଲି ଆମକୁ ଟିକେ ଶିଖିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ ରୁଲ୍ ଫଲୋ ଏକ୍ଜାକ୍ଟଲି ରୁଲ୍ ଫଲୋ କରିବାଟା ବହୁତ ଦରକାର ସେଇ ଜିନିଷଟାକୁ ଇନକଲକେଟ୍ କରିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ ଆମ କଲଚରରେ ୟା ଥାର୍ଡ଼ ଥିଙ୍ଗ ଇଜ୍ ହାର୍ଡ଼ ୱାର୍କିଂ ରାଇଟ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ and again it doesn't mean people do it hard working here so but when they work माने आमर ओडिशा कि माने इंडिया तुम देखिब मुझे 9 to 5 माने आई हैव सीन पीपल फॉर एग्जांपल आम जब कलकाता से पलैब लोक माने 12टा बेलू ऑफिस आसवे से मैंने चा फा पीबे ये करेंगे से करे काम कर स्टार्ट कल 3टा बेलू से घर को जीव 10टा बट हियर पीपल दे कम बिकॉज दे हैव दैट वेरी पर्पस राइट नो वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस राइट सो 9 to 5 जब से आसछंती सो ता भीतर बेसी डिस्टर्बेंस नहीं 10टा फोन कले आसबनी कि 10टा ये आसबनी ऑल दैट सो दैट्स व्हाई दे आर वेरी पर्टिकुलर ऑन दैट सो यही जिनसा को आमको भी शिक्षा पड़ो राइट हम जो आगुरी जो कहते जो एप्रिसिएशन कल्चरटा राइट इनस्टेड ऑफ लेग पुलिंग इनस्टेड ऑफ यू नो गोटे जूनियर अच्छी तो कि जानी बिकॉज वी हैव ऑलरेडी गॉन थ्रू दैट राइट योर सीनियर्स दे विल डिस्करेज यू भाई कौन जानू से कौन जानू एंड ऑल दैट बट यू नो यू नीड टू एनकरेज पीपल टू लर्न राइट so that is very important thing.
So do you follow politics in Odisha or in Indian politics state?
Yeah, I always watch and follow definitely politics
so like do you have you have some interest or not?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always being modified so
okay so I
always follow
तो कहीं कि ना यूरोप रे मोटा कम पे पचारू छी कहीं कि ना मु टिके सबलो पे मुटे डिफरेंस लेंस रे देखे बट आई मु तो ट्रैवल करना मोर पे देखे कि ना मोर पे आज ओडिया सोल इज ट्रैवल आज आई नेवर ट्रैवल कि ना मु इटली रो प्राय एवरी सिटी ट्रैवल करि सरी छी
ओके
जर्मनी रो 49 यूरो डॉयचलैंड टिकट प्राय सब ट्रैवल करि छी मतलब आई लव टू ट्रैवल मु ट्रैवल कर मु जोने से ट्रैवल करेनी मु ट्रैवल करे मो घर जगतसिंहपुर मो घर ओडिशा आई गॉट द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू लिव हियर जोटा कि मु 2000 माने मुके माने ओडिशा बाहर को आसिन तुम डायरेक्ट आसिली माने फॉरेन तो आई लाइक आई डोंट वांट टू वेस्ट दैट ओके सो मु सेते पे आज ओडिया लेंस रे तो देखे कि एठी एटा होउची ओडिसाटा कम पे होनी व्हाट आर द रीजंस लाइक क्रिटिकली मु तो टिके भाबे सेते आपको कोन लागुची काहे ना हमरो ओडिसा रे 4 कोटी लोक राइट आंको कंट्री से लोक है बोले हम स्टेट रे लोक है एंड वी हैव the big coastal line man Jagannath amar je coastal samudra kula area what is the lacking why we are not growing what are the problem like am grow कले भी कोड ना कोड फील हुए कि स्टिल गोटे हम काली भाबुतले कथा आपण पचारि बिले स्टिल आई थिंक एबे ओडिसा रे भी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कट होतिबो माने खरा दिन
हां obviously you know yeah because again it's a demand and supply and no, we are not able to generate that much energy.
Why?
You know,
because
infrastructure, right? We are not investing in infrastructure.
Okay.
Yeah, because infrastructure तुम setup invest कले ही तुमको तो मिलिबो ना आमे जदी इन्वेस्ट करिबे ना तो हमर ओडिसा रे केतेटा माने हीराकुद डैम छडा आई डोंट नो वेयर इज अदर आई थिंक देयर इज अनदर आई फॉरगॉट माने कोठी हमर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट होची
देन व्हाई पीपल आर नॉट कंप्लेनिंग दैट पीपल ताको छडा माने यूज्ड टू गेले हमर एटा माने
हां माने या सो वी आर जस्ट टेकिंग इट फॉर ग्रांटेड राइट
okay
we are not forcing we are not agitating for those kind of facilities because and again there is also like social values right I'm saying here let's say we are paying higher tax right because here people pay 52% for example I pay 52% tax and if you are paying 52% tax that means it is government's job to give you that kind of security right the social benefits है like infrastructure है like road है like water है and all that okay clean energy है and all so that's their responsibility तो सही जिनसटा हमरो नहीं right तो obviously the government भी जदि ये करिवो but they need to have a mechanism to then get it from
काहे ना एटा मु क्वेश्चन पचा रीजन टा कोन काहे ना ओडिसा रे कोन कि लोक जानि नाहंती कि एटा पॉसिबल
yes
कारण मु जेतु गांव रे बिलोंग्स करी छी माने खरा बेला हम जानि छु लाइन कटिबो तो लाइक वी आर प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर दैट ओके हम जानि छु लाइन कटिबो हेते पे हमें कोन करबा कि टिके माने छातो घर जो ता ऊपर छण फण पकईकरी ता कर रखियो तो सेटा वी आर प्रिपेयर बट जो माने बाहर रहउ छु दे कैन फील द डिफरेंस कि मु बोथे यूरोप रे आज पर्यंत के लाइन कटे हम देखिनी
no I haven't seen in a particular here in Netherlands and I know couple of times happened but because of extreme conditions
some kind of emergency
emergency
generally एमते न काटी देबे
no
तो सेति पई आम मान कोट ना कोट आज डायस्पोरा आपन लागे कि हमर कोट ना कोट गोटे रेस्पोंसिबल कि गवर्नमेंट को मिरर देखिया यू आर जस्ट टेकिंग इट फॉर ग्रांटेड कहीं ना किसी लोक ओडिशाटा जानी ना हेतु कारण कोट ना कोट आजिका डेट रे पॉलिटिशियन लोक मानू टिके भी माने कोन कहंती माने टिके माने हाउ
माने I'm गोटे आईना देखियार अछि राइट वी जस्ट नीड टू शो देम नो डेफिनेटली आई थिंक अगेन we as a community if we can join hands we can figure out hey what are the benefits I think government particularly after BJP government or even if BJD government ଯେତେବେଳେ ନବୀନ ବାବୁ ଥିଲେ I think there are forums where we can bring such kind of issues to the government and definitely if they like it maybe they will definitely implement it.
And what I heard, ready to listen?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this government, what I heard, right? I didn't feel it, but I know a couple of principal secretaries and all in Odisha. They always say, if you have good ideas and all that, why don't you come and share? So, and it's their job because, they will get credit. For example, all these bureaucrats, if they implement something good, they will always get the brownie points.
Idea is different thing, but I am saying कि जैसे मोटा छोटा इशू को line, electricity. आज का डेट रे internet is everywhere. But there is no electricity. Like I am talking village area. माने भुवनेश्वर लोग electricity पाइबे. Then कौन पाई जाजपुर गाँव रे पाइबे. Why this partiality? माने एटर तो it's not an idea. एटा कौन पाई मुद्दा हो नहीं election रे. Like माने मो कहर पड़े
मैंने बुझ पाली correct so because गाँव लोग right it's because they are being fooled right so लोगों को है आज ये इसलिए so मु आज तक 5 टका दे देबी कि 1000 टका दे देबी and all that and then I'm okay right तो सही भले जिनस जो बड़ बड़ जिनस से माने नहीं कि ताकू माने ये कोई पर उठो ना से प्रकार मुद्दा right so for example okay their issue is okay मते 10 किलो चावल मिलू कि मते खाली मोर छुआटा गोटे जॉब करे दियो. So they take all these individual issues, right? They don't take that big issues, कि मोर कोठी गोटे छोटो पोलो हे जो कि हे जो right, all that, right? But yeah, I'm saying this kind of, not only just Jajpur Hoki, but entire village. I mean, people should come and again the community also should go and raise such kind of awareness that why they should get it, right? And also the government also has it, right? Someone को कोठी कौन they know where to do that calculations and
तब कोड ना कोड के मन रे भय भी आसे रे मते गवर्नमेंट को पहले गवर्नमेंट पकड़ में टाणी एटा भी कोड ना कोड भय आसे
करेक्ट
से माने एनआरआई पर्सपेक्टिव नु कहूची एबा मिटी एटा पॉडकास्ट रे कहूचे बट वी आर डूइंग इट professional way. We are not doing it a political way, right?
No, there is no political angle. No, you are just giving more kind of constructive feedback, right?
Yeah.
It's just, hey, what can be done and how it can be done, right? I mean, we are living in a democratic and social environment where everyone has their own voice,
yes.
But that voice should be raised in the right way, right? Instead of criticizing someone, instead of, throwing bad languages and this and that, right? If we can raised in the right ways, people will listen. Why not? Maybe tomorrow they won't listen. Maybe day after tomorrow, if 10 guys will join, if 100 guys join, 1 lakh people will join, and definitely they're bound to hear. Otherwise, they will have fear that okay, I will lose my seat tomorrow, right? If I don't hear them.
Okay. So, upon it energetic, you have to exposure. Why don't you try politics? And you have also public speaking ability.
Yeah, no, obviously it's not like I have thought through, but I'm a good where I am because again politics is. I'm not saying it's bad, but again there are lots of things you need to take care of it, right?
Maybe in future, maybe you can.
Yeah, I can try. Maybe I'm not saying no or I'm not closing the doors. Yeah, if opportunity comes or if something happens in those scenarios,
I am very political. Political in the sense I am not supporting any party. I am saying political in the sense कि I always follow politics. कहीं ना मत्ते लगे कि it's vice versa. Okay, आमो छोटा बड़े को politics is bad, but whatever we are doing, whatever we are growing, everything is decided by politician, right? So we are in a kind of democratic society. तो जदि मते पानी मिलुनी तो पॉलिटिशियन पाई मिलु जदि मिलु तो पॉलिटिशियन पाई मिलुची
even I had the similar thoughts, right? For example, right, आज के डेट रे हमर से सब रियलिटी शो होची, right? कि से डांस इंडिया डांस हला कि इंडियन आइडल हला कि और फॉर एग्जांपल शार्क टैंक, right? So now I think we should have a platform where these political parties they can get candidates, right? From such kind of reality shows. They
random candidate
not random candidates. I am saying they should invite some good candidates. They come and debate and raise the issues, then understand what kind of implementation they want to do for countries, share the ideas, and that's where they will.
Startup.
Yeah, it's kind of political startup. So we should have those kind of political startup, right, where we can nurture the next generation politicians, right? So it's not like gunda-gardi ka gunda udhari ne asle kiye kare, right? No, but there should be good backgrounds with good educational things, and maybe think about, right? Today like lots of, for example, like Elon Musk. I'm not saying, he's doing good thing. Maybe he's doing something. He's supporting. They're coming together and joining hands, right, and helping government to run it efficiently or bringing new perspective, right?
Yeah.
So these are some kind of political startup, maybe, where people can hire good talents. Say, okay, now it's your career, and
politics को लोग बिजनेस हिसाब से देखते हैं आज का डेट रे धर जदि पॉलिटिक्स आपण ग्राउंड लेवल रे जाइकना जदि 10 वर्ष पताका न उड़े छ लोक वोट मिलिबन आई एम जस्ट गिविंग वन कॉन्टेक्स्ट सपोज इमेजिन एबे जाजपुर रे
well, that's the concept we need to change, right?
Yeah.
People are
We have
thinking
to
about
change.
people are thinking कि हाँ भाई पॉलिटिक्स हो गली मु इलेक्शन रो मासे पूर्व 2 मास पूर्व जाइके बुलेबी तापर 5 वर्ष भूली गले, right? But you think about as a business, right? What I'm saying, I'm not saying business in the sense you are thinking that I have a portfolio and I have to grow this portfolio. What is the portfolio? I have to create values for my society, right? For my constitutions, right? And if I do that, if I'm able to show more values, right, definitely people will come. You don't need to go and ask them vote. They will automatically go and vote for you, and you get money. It's not like तमे जाके free रे करो, right? And it should be kind of a risk and reward, and there should be, and my views in the system Modi government start करिथिले, but I don't know how much they succeeded. If I am an MP or an MLA or something, if I take these constitutions or assembly, whatever, right, and let's see how much value I'm generating, right? How much employability I'm generating. What's my, what I call here, right? Happiness index, ki employability index, ki tamara, GDP, for example, right? All that, right? You can maybe think about how much I'm generating. Based on that, they should take, okay, I will increase your salary. If you're delivering this, it should be now value-based salary instead of a fixed salary for everyone.
So we will not talk about much about this politics. तो वो लास्ट जिनस वाला तो आई थिंक दिस इज फर्स्ट पॉडकास्ट अपन को रेटा ना
I have done many podcasts because I said I'm a public speaker and I always do webinar and podcast and all that, but not related this one, but yeah, I have done, even if I've done with Siddharth TV, couple of similar kind of, yeah.
तो आपन को आज पॉडकास्ट केमति लागला?
ना बहुत बढ़िया लागला, and I think it's very intriguing and very interesting. Thank you very much.
Did you enjoy this?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the kind of questions you were asking, and I also, not only the questions, but I think what the content we are creating or the message we are going to give for our Odia community, right? That is more important for me, right? तो मु जदि खाली 2टा कि 5टा कि 10टा ओडिया पिलांकु जदि इंस्पायर करे कि तांकर जदि लाइफ रे किछि आगु को तांको बढ़ाई पाले, I will be more than happy to do that. And again, I'm always available for any kind of suggestions or mentorship and all that, right? So
okay, just the small thing, it's a small request, critical feedback, like because I am doing this, so I'm not a professional, okay, I'm just learning, try to, तो आपको मते कोनटा कि एडवाइस देबे कि what are the things I need to avoid, or what are the things I'm good, or what are the things in specific in this genre?
Yeah, no, sure, no, absolutely, no, you are doing amazing jobs, again there is no critics, but maybe, yeah, I don't know, I didn't see the podcast before, but yeah, the content maybe, the duration, if you can make it short. Obviously, you told me already that you are going to cut short and all that. Yeah, so maybe make it very specific and little more interesting.
Okay.
Something. So that
okay. Thank you भाई, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपन टाइम देवार, कारण आपन टाइम बहुत मूल्यवान, आउ आई होप कि जिते कष्ट करी भाई को टाइम टा को कैप्चर करी जे आपन हेती वैल्यू मिलिबो. तो अगेन जय जगन्नाथ.
जय जगन्नाथ, and thank you very much again for hosting me. बहुत बढ़िया लगला तुम कथा है कि I hope you like it and your audience also.
Yes.
So,
and probably, but it's very new, so we have not that kind of subscriber right now, but we are trying to do that. So I'm trying to cover all diaspora.
Okay.
So आमे बर्तमान नेक्स्ट टाइम जतल भाई का पास आसीबे देखियो भाई कोन कोन सेटअप करलेनी या कोन करलेनी, बट आई विश कि भाई जाय कि पॉलिटिक्स से जॉइन करंतु. So we need this kind of people in our leadership role, so that they can, I am not criticizing who, like माने एबे जो माने अछंती, बट आई थिंक need.
I'm sorry, I had already political family. For example, more Solara Stri, right?
Okay.
So she's already in politics. She, which is Samajwadi Party already. She's MLA and one of the rising star. She's also a doctor. And also more, more wife Odia je thile. He was already a minister in Odisha government and also as an MP before from Jajpur.
Okay.
So yeah, so I had, but yeah, I have my own reservations.
But I am watching when I will see you so that I can, campaign for you. Thank you.
No,
Jai
thank you.
Jagannath.
Jai Jagannath.
तो आपण मानकु ये पॉडकास्ट केमती लागिला तो आपण माने मते कमेंट रे जणाइबे सो इफ यू आर वाचिंग टिल नाउ राइट ने आपण से सपन देखु जो हिट द सब्सक्राइब बटन so that I can invite more valuable guests to our podcast and I try to give some good content to you so that you can learn and grow with me. Thank you. Jai Jagannath.